So the Nothing Phone 2 and the Google Pixel Pro are some of the more important phones you could buy this year. So let's go and see how both these compare, I guess, as of right now. If you want to pick up either one of these phones, the links will be down in the description. You can get them from there. You can help support the channel at the same time. Now, what's funny is, although I love the Pixel 7 Pro, the Nothing Phone 2 has a really big advantage over it, which we'll talk about in a second. Now on the front, the Pixel 7 Pro has that 6.7-inch LTPO AMOLED display, and this phone came out last year, and it's a pretty good looking phone. I mean, for one, it's a very big panel, just like the Nothing Phone 2, centered hole punch display, curved glass, so it gives that super premium feeling phone feel, which is amazing. And because this phone has been out for a little bit of time, you can actually find them on Amazon for a little bit cheaper now, which is actually a really cool thing. 120Hz display as well, and it's a very, very good looking phone. On the Nothing Phone 2, this specific device also has a 6.7-inch LTPO OLED display, and it's a pretty good looking panel. I would probably say the Pixel 7 Pro's display is better. This is a flat display, which some people may prefer, and you're also getting the hole punch display at the very top and everything like that. I like the Pixel 7 Pro's display, and I think it's better than the Nothing Phone 2's, but this is still a pretty decent display, especially for this thing being a little bit cheaper than the Pixel 7 Pro in the brand new market. The rest of the body, though, kind of interesting because they're two different styles. So with the Pixel 7 Pro, I think it's the more premium feeling phone. You're having this like metallic like material around it. I think it's slightly heavier too, but ever so slightly. Getting really good feeling sides. Volume buttons here, which are really nice. On the bottom, you're getting USB-C ports, which are awesome with the SIM card slots on both. On the back, a different type of experience. So with the Pixel 7 Pro, you're getting this triple camera setup. You're getting a wide ultra-wide telephoto lens with this standard glass back. The Nothing Phone 2 also has a standard glass back, which is really cool. But the weird thing is that it's a good feature. The Nothing Phone 2 has these like lights on the back, which are honestly very nice. And it's really nice to have those type of lights and type of experience on that back of that device. I would definitely say though, with something like the Pixel 7 Pro, this is a very good phone, and so is the Nothing Phone 2. Both have wireless and reverse wireless charging, which is so cool. IP certification, although the Pixel 7 Pro's IP certification is better. And overall, very, very good phones on the outside. There's not really one that I look at and I'm like, okay, like this is the way better one. But I think the Pixel 7 Pro is probably the better one on the outside, at least as far as I can tell. Now, in terms of like the software longevity and all that, you're definitely going to be getting a longer lasting phone, I think, from the Pixel 7 Pro. Although this phone is already like a year old as of this point, you're probably going to be getting probably an overall better software experience on this device than on the Nothing Phone 2. And the reason I say that is because with the Pixel 7 Pro, we already have a history of this device. The Pixels in general, I mean, they've been here for a long, long time. So we already know how long these devices are going to last, kind of. With the Nothing Phone 2, this phone is this is the second generation device. So the phone manufacturer could promise all these years, but we really don't know until it actually gets to that point. So we're pretty much just going to have to wait it out until these specific devices become a little bit better, like until they get aged up and we get more and more software updates. So it's just one of those things we're going to have to wait it out and kind of see. But that kind of covers it up there. Now let's go into a speed comparison between both these devices. The Nothing Phone 2 has that Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset inside with 8 GB of RAM in this specific model, where the Pixel 7 Pro has that Google Tensor G2 chipset inside with 8 GB of RAM on this model as well. So let's go see which one's the faster phone between both. Okay, there we go. All the apps are cleared out in the background. So let's get into it. Phone calls 3, 2, 1. Okay, about the same thing. Hopping out of here. Messages 3, 2, 1. Roughly around the same thing too. Hopping out of these ones. Camera 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go and take a photo 3, 2, 1. Both are on night mode as well. And definitely the Nothing Phone 2 is faster. The Nothing Phone 2 has some of the weirdest sounds I've ever heard in my life. Play Store 3, 2, 1. Okay, kind of the same thing, not really that big of a difference. Like I said before, both have 120Hz displays. And I don't really know if there's one that's like way better than the other one, but I like the Pixel 7 Pro's display a little bit more. We do have some of these third-party applications. We can try Subway Surfers, which I don't even have here, which is weird. So we'll run into Stack. 3, 2, 1. Totally messed that one up too. I cannot believe I messed that one up that badly. So we'll just load up these two applications on the back end of both of them. Let's go and hop out of these two. Let's go and get into Netflix. 3, 2, 1. Okay, perfect. Let's go and hop out of here. Let's do Snake versus Blocks. 3, 2, 1. There we go. let's get into some gameplay. And this is the area where I think the Nothing Phone 2 is probably going to win at. I think the performance of the Nothing Phone 2 is probably going to be overall better, considering this one has a way better chipset. The 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset is a flagship chipset of last year. It's a very, very good chipset, Facebook 321. So for these types of apps and stuff opening up, it's not going to be like a crazy big difference. Double run 321, and there's probably some advantages with like the Mali GPU we have on something like a Pixel 7 Pro. But this is the biggest difference. In my opinion, you are going to be getting such better performance and way more optimized applications on something like the Nothing Phone 2 than the Pixel 7 Pro. And this is what I've seen in my personal history. This is a really, really big advantage for something like the Nothing Phone 2. Last year, the Nothing Phone 1 had like a pretty basic chipset. It was like the Snapdragon 785 or something like that. It was not that great of a chipset. It was like a budget chipset of that year. These two, on the other hand, are very different because this one has a more up-to-date chipset, and it's a very good chipset on this one too. Hopping out of these two, let's go and get into another one. We can try something like, I'm surprised I don't have Subway Surfers on here. Let's go and try another one. We can try something like some of the basic ones. We can open up like YouTube, for example. 3, 2, 1. Okay, kind of two different things. We'll also load up YouTube Music in the meantime as well. 3, 2, 1. So this one doesn't have Wi-Fi on. But I will probably tell you, from what I can tell and from what I've seen over and over and over again for years and years and years now, having something like a Nothing Phone 2 with that chipset inside is probably going to give you overall faster experiences than the Pixel 7 Pro, at least on this specific situation. I will also say that from what I've seen personally from these two, I also feel like the Pixel 7 Pro is smooth, but the Nothing Phone 2 might be a smoother phone in some areas. I'll do some further testing and kind of see from there, but that kind of covers up the speed comparison. Now, hitting on the cameras between both, like I said before, you're getting very solid cameras. So I will say the Pixel 7 Pro is probably better. You're getting a triple camera setup here, wide, ultra-wide telephoto, only a wide and ultra-wide on the Nothing Phone 2. You're also getting more higher resolutions you can film in on the Pixel 7 Pro. 4K at 60 on the back of both of them, but you are getting 4K at 60 on the front of the Pixel 7 Pro, which is honestly a very, very nice touch. Now, with something like the Pixel 7 Pro, this is a very good camera, and I've had a really good time with it. I don't think it's the best camera of last year, but I do think for the most part, Google did a decent job with this camera. I mean, they did more than a decent job. It's a very, very good camera. 0.5x zoom, zooming on the outside, and on the inside, you are getting a little bit of a different story. So you're getting something, if I go back into my camera, you're getting 30x zoom all the way in. That's a lot of zooming in and zooming out capability, and that in and of itself is a really cool feature. On top of that, you're getting video mode, cinematic mode, you're getting other modes right there. You're getting some other things here too, like night sight, you're getting motion. There's a lot of good stuff here, and I will definitely tell you this is a pretty solid camera. With the Nothing Phone 2, this is kind of like a different story. Like, it's a good camera, but like it's not that great, and it's not one of the standout features here. It's probably like a very average camera when it comes down to it. You are, like I said before, getting 0.6x zoom on the outside. You're getting 10x zoom on the inside. That's really, really small. That's really not that much film zooming in and zooming out capability that we have on this type of device right there. You're having like video mode and slow mode and like some other things here too. Under more, you're getting a few more options, but it's really not that great of a camera, and we all kind of know that by now. So to kind of sum it up, what I'll tell you is this is a pretty average phone. It's a good phone, but for the price tag, like, I just don't think it's worth buying at all. Like, the Pixel 7 Pro in the used market is cheaper than what you can buy the Nothing Phone 2 for. So it kind of just makes sense to buy a phone like the Pixel 7 Pro because it's just not that expensive of a device. It would make a lot more sense to go down this direction than that direction on the Nothing Phone 2. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.